We're looking for the median for an odd number of data in a set. So if we look at the data in each set, we should have an odd number of data, and the median is the middle number, the middle piece of information. Right, so for an odd number of data, the method is slightly different to when there's an even number of data. Okay. Our first step when we're dealing with any sort of data is to order the data. That's going to be our first step, just to order it in ascending order, that is from smallest to biggest. Okay, so all the numbers from smallest to biggest, that's ascending order. That's important. Without doing that, your answer is not going to be correct. You might get lucky at times, but to be right 100% of the time, we need to write or list out the numbers in order from smallest to biggest, which is ascending order. Right, so I'm just going to tick above each number once I write it down. So 1 goes first, then we have 3, and I'll repeat that process by analysing the entire data set until I have all the pieces of data in order from smallest to biggest. That makes it easier for me now to analyse the data set and actually work out what is the most popular piece of information that we've been given. Now the second step is to find the middle of that data set, and to find the middle you would have to go through and you could do the first last method where you cross off the first term and the last term until you're left with the middle number, or you can just count how many pieces of data we've been given, and in this case it's 7. Now we're just going to add 1 to that to make it a little easier to find this middle number. So 7 plus 1 is 8, and half of 8 is going to be 4. So we're basically looking for the fourth piece of data in our set. Okay, if you use the first and last method by crossing off first and last, you'll end up with the same answer. So you do 1, 2, 3, that's the fourth term. So I'll put a little arrow there, and I'm going to count the fourth term in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the middle term is 6. Okay. So the median for that data set is going to be 6. So that's the one that's in the middle. Yeah. It's a little easier with odd numbers because the middle is quite clear. But again, we're going to start by ordering the numbers for the second example. There's a few more pieces of data in that set, but that's okay. We just have to be a little bit more careful when we order the numbers. So we've got 1, 2, 5 so far. Again, I'm just ticking off the terms as I've listed them underneath. If I make a mistake, then I can go to another method of crossing them off, for example. So haven't committed myself to crossing off terms immediately. And we've got all of them written out in order. So now we're going to find the middle term. I'm going to count how many pieces of information we have, and again there are 9 pieces of information this time. So 9 plus 1 is 10, and then we're going to half 10, which is the 5th term. So remember, we're always adding 1 so that when we half it we get a nice whole number. So we're looking for the 5th piece of data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put an arrow there, and we count in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, an arrow there. So we can clearly see that the middle number is 9. Alright, and that's the 5th piece of data in our set. So the median is going to be 5. This is the method you would use when the data set is an odd number.